complain about driving in the city. It's too many people. There's bikes on the streets. Well, during this time, look at this dude getting a conk. Statuses moving in tandem together. So how were they able to do it back then, but can't do it now? Here's a brother getting his nails done, getting sharp. As Dr. Clark used to say, when you walked up and down 125th Street, everybody was impeccably dressed. You didn't come out looking shiftless with bunny slippers and slides on. You see what I'm saying? We have a break, a break in our psychosis of what we should be doing, how we should be carrying ourselves, being respectful to one another, respectable in each other's company. These are brothers from the lodge, Mason Lodge. Now, mind you, during this time, you would have Garvey walking the streets, right? You would have Hubert Harris walking the streets, all this in Harlem during this time. And not just wealth building, but also the intellectual class, right? Or what some people would call now the conscious movement, right? I don't know where that name come from anyway,
Mhm.
but you know, I don't know where they get that name from, Brother Tad, but this is what it was, right? This is at the Cotton Club. And if you've never been to the Cotton Club in Harlem, you missed something. That's historic right there. They have a replica of the Cotton Club in Japan. Um, so if you've never been to the Cotton Club, you should get yourself there. Brother Peace. Brother Peace been at the Cotton Club. We was there together, getting our swerve on. Let me see. Peace family. He said this should be taught in schools, but I understand why they don't. Absolutely, and
Right.
we should not expect them to. We shouldn't expect them to. Says, how are you, my sister? Yes, Sabito. I got to give a shout out to our brother right here because when we repost our videos in different language subtitles, whether it be French, Portuguese, German, whatever, it is Brother Sabito who offers his talents to Thorough Black Talk. So we are greatly appreciated to you, brother. And he's on another part of the continent. He's on another part of the world right now. Where you at right now, Brother Sabito? You be all
Brother
over. I
Tito.
don't know.
Peace to the whole family, Sister Farnessa, Brother Peace, and everybody else on the check-in. Since I'm having
So
issues with
family,
so I'm just gonna leave it on the avatar for the evening.
okay. I was having some problems too, but we'll see. We'll see how I work it out. I got you, brother. So that was just some footage, you know, of our people in their life and time. We have to connect the dots. This is just the baby boomer generation right before. Now we go into the baby boomer generation, which led to the Gen X, which led to millennials and so on and so forth. But there is a break. And so tonight we hope to connect all those dots. Brother Tad, your thoughts on the footage you've seen so far. What are your thoughts on the fashion? How these people were communing with each other.
I loved it. I loved it. Like you said, when the brother was trying to holler at the sisters, he was a gentleman. He was dressed to the nine. He tipped his hat. There was no, yo, mom, what it do? Yo, you got a fatty. I like your bubble. Nah, it was none of that. There was a level of dignity that we had. And to your point, we understand why it's no longer like that. And we will unpack it, peel the layers back, and pinpoint the reason why we find ourselves in these states now because of people with a lack of, with a, let me not say a lack of knowledge, with the people with a proper understanding of who they are and what they come from, that has a direction. It's hard to deter them. And we understand what has happened to us because with our culture intact, we were able to thrive, as you show Harlem and Oklahoma and all the communities. That's because we weren't allowed to be a part of mainstream society. So with that, we had to rely on ourselves. You can't hold down the people that are self-reliant. So they had to make us dependent on them so they could steer the direction. They became the charge ADOS, FBA,